Hi, my name's Haley. I actually chose the side that the United Nations is not an effective world tool to protect human rights across the world. However, there is two sides to every story, and this is my rebuttal, pretty much, or some positive things about the United Nations and how they have protected human rights, and they are going to continue to do so. So, human rights are the universal legal guarantees protecting individuals and groups against actions that interfere with the fundamental freedoms, or this is regardless of race, sex, ethnicity, etc. I went over this in my first one, just a brief introduction. And then this includes the freedom of speech, press, liberty, life, education, work, etc. So the United Nations has various amounts of committees or organizations. They have 10. In my previous video, I mentioned a lot about the Human Rights Committee, so I thought it would be important because I did mention how many, negative things were going on within the council to also highlight very positive things that have taken place. So in Kosovo, um, there's been a lot of missing persons since their major conflict, and the UN came in and they took action, and there was a lot of missing persons reports completed, done, and a lot more people know about it. They are spreading the word. They are finding people, and it's really remarkable. Also, human rights. They started pretty much a human rights search supported by Multi Ethnic Resource Center, um, with missing persons, of course. And they also set up a 2-day workshop to equip local stakeholders with skills to monitor and address cases involving violations of human rights, um, generally in relation to counterterrorism. But moving on to a different example, there have also been in Haiti, for example, human rights components has worked to empower civil society organizations to act as guardians, or to more or less the respect of human rights within the Haitian constitution. So that's awesome. Um, and then in Afghanistan, there's a very persistent advocacy and dialogue from the UNAMA for prevention and mitigation, which is amazing. And then there are a bunch of other countries that the Human Rights Committee has, stepped in, helped out. Some of these countries include Mali, Guinea, I want to say the Democratic Republic of Congo as well. Very similar situations, just obviously different for each countries, but a positive outcoming regardless of the situation. Anyways, so some other really good things that have been happening are the human rights have become a central topic, like a global topic conversation regarding peace, security, and development. So, how are we going to develop these human rights, and how are we going to have the peaceful process in doing that? Which I honestly believe it's the hardest part to do, is, because obviously nobody is ever going to agree 100%. Um, then there also has been discrimination and acts of violence against women are at a forefront of human rights right now. So that is a huge topic. We even um, covered it in class, where for the first time in parts of Africa, there have been reports. Michelle Hooks, I'm not sure on her last name, but Michelle, I remember she did, she was like a journalist, and she had the show, talking specifically about the sexual assault. So we obviously know that's at a forefront. Just making sure that the human rights are spread out evenly. And then there's also an implementation of international human rights, which have significantly improved over time. And then, as well as that, there has been interventional framework to recognize um, challenges for migrants, even on undocumented one, making sure that they still are basically treated with the same decency, that they're not mistreated. Um, yeah, but as a whole, I think overall there are a bunch of very positive outcomes from the United Nations, and they have done a lot for protecting human rights. And yeah, that's all I've got for you. Mm.